Welcome to Digital Learning BCE. Myself, Dr. Vijayalakshmi R, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Mathematics, Maharani Science College for Women, Bengaluru. This session, we are going to discuss about the quotient group or factor group. So before going to define what is quotient group, we are going to construct a set G by H. Let G be a group, H be a normal subgroup of G, HA is a coset of H in G. The set of all cosets of H in G is denoted by G by H. That is, G by H is set of all HA such that A belongs to G. So here G is a group. Group means it is an algebraic structure consisting a non-empty set with a binary operation, and that algebraic structure has to satisfy closure law, associative law, existence of identity, existence of inverse. Then H should be a normal subgroup of G. So if we have GH G inverse belongs to H, or GH is equal to HG, then it is a normal subgroup as we have defined in the previous sessions. Now we have to define a binary operation or binary composition in the set G by H. So it is defined as HA dot HB is equal to HAB. Since the set G by H consists of cosets, here we have taken two cosets HA, HB, and we are defining HA dot HB is equal to HAB for all HA, HB belonging to G by H. So another thing what we can observe here is HA, HB are two cosets. So the product HA dot HB is equal to HAB. So this HAB is also a coset. So this is nothing but HA dot HB, HA and HB belongs to G by H implies HAB also belongs to G by H. So this is the closure property. So we say that this G by H is closed under the binary composition of cosets of H. Now we have defined the set G by H and we have defined the binary composition. Now to call this as a quotient group, first we have to check whether all the axioms of the groups of the whole, all the axioms of the group hold. So now in this theorem, we are going to show that the G by H is a group. So what this theorem states is the set G by H of all cosets of a normal subgroup H of a group G is a group under the binary operation defined by HA dot HB is equal to HAB for all HA, HB belonging to G by H. So here by the definition, HA, HB are two cosets and belonging to G by H, and we are defining HA dot HB is equal to HAB. So naturally HAB should also belong to G by H. So when HA, HB are two cosets, HAB is also a coset. So here closure law is satisfied. Now coming to associative property, we take three cosets HA, HB and HC. Consider HA dot HB dot HC. Now apply the composition, that is HA dot HB is equal to HAB. So HB dot HC will be equal to HBC. HA dot HBC. Again apply the property. So this will be equal to HA BC. And here A, B, C are the elements of group G. When we are telling group G means they satisfy the associative property. The associative property is A into BC will be equal to AB into C, that we are using here. So this is equal to HABC. Then HAB is nothing but H into AB is nothing but HAB dot HC. So this is HA dot HB dot HC. Hence the binary composition is associative. Then we have to see what is the identity element of G by H. Now corresponding to the identity element E of G, there exists coset HE. HE that is equal to H in G by H. So this element, if you multiply by any other coset, that is HA dot HA is equal to HA and HA dot H is equal to HA. So here H is nothing but HE here. Acts as the identity element of G by H with respect to the binary operation defined. Next, we have to show the existence of inverse. That is, we take a coset HA, let A belongs to G, then there exists coset HA in GH. For element A inverse is the inverse element in G. So there exists cosets HA and HA inverse in G by H. Now consider HA dot HA inverse. So again apply the binary composition defined. So this will be equal to H A into A inverse. A inverse is equal to E, identity of G. So H A inverse is equal to H E, that is equal to H. Similarly, consider H A inverse dot H A. H A inverse dot H A is H A inverse A. A inverse A is E. So H E, that is equal to H. Thus, from this we can say that the inverse of H A is H A inverse. So now here the from the definition of binary composition, closure property is satisfied, and we have shown that associative is satisfied, identity and inverse exist. Hence, we are telling that G by H is a group under the binary operation defined. So now we shall define what is the definition for quotient group or factor group. The group G by H of all cosets of a normal subgroup H in G together with the binary composition defined by HA dot HB is equal to HAB for all HA HB belonging to G by H is called the factor group of G with respect to H, or the quotient group of G with respect to H. So the set previously whatever we have defined as G by H is the quotient group or the factor group. The factor group G by H of an abelian group with respect to a subgroup H is itself an abelian. So here what we are telling is the factor group G by H, if the group is abelian, that is the commutative property holds in G, then the factor group G by H will be an abelian group, that is the commutative property also holds in G by H, because in abelian means AB will be equal to BA. So in G by H, if we have two cosets HAB, HBA, then if the abelian property holds, the commutative property holds in G means from that we can show that HAB is equal to HBA. So now after defining, first we have constructed the set G by H and we have defined the binary composition given by HA dot HB is equal to HAB for all HA HB belonging to G by H. With that we have defined G by H as the quotient group or the factor group. Then we have one theorem. If H is a normal subgroup of finite order, then order of G by H is equal to order of G divided by order of H. So by definition, order of G by H is equal to number of distinct cosets of H, which is nothing but the index of H in G. Then by using Lagrange's theorem, index of H in G is equal to order of G divided by order of H. Hence from this, we can say that order of G by H is equal to order of G divided by order of H. That is the number of elements in G by H is equal to number of elements in G divided by number of elements in H. Now we have some examples. Show that every quotient group of an abelian group is abelian. So here we have assumed let G be an abelian group, that is commutative property satisfies in addition to closure, associative, existence of identity, existence of inverse in G, and N is a normal subgroup of G. So the definition of normal subgroup holds. That is, if G is a group, N is a subgroup of G, G and G inverse belongs to N. For all G belongs to G, N belongs to N. Now we shall take two elements in G by N. G by N is the quotient group. Quotient group means the elements will be in the form of cosets. So here we have taken two cosets, Na, Nb belong to G by N. Since we have to prove the G by N is abelian, we have to prove the first consider the commutative property, hence consider Na into Nb. That is Na dot Nb is equal to Nab. This we have got from the composition of that is the binary composition of quotient group. Now NAB can be written as NANB, that is equal to NBA, because AB is equal to BA. Hence NAB is equal to NBA. AB is equal to BA because G is abelian. That is the commutative property holds in G. A and B are elements of group G. So NBA is equal to NB dot NA. Hence, NA dot NB is equal to NB dot NA. This implies G by N is abelian. So, in this problem, we have used only the commutative property and the binary composition for the quotient group. So, here G by N is the quotient group. By doing this, we have shown that G by N is abelian. Show that every factor group of cyclic group is abelian. Here, every factor group means it is again quotient group only. Factor group of cyclic group is cyclic. So let our group G be cyclic group. When we say it is cyclic group means it has a generated A and N is a normal subgroup of G. So normal subgroup of G means it satisfies G and G inverse belongs to N. For all G belongs to G, N belongs to N. Now we have to show that G by N is cyclic. Cyclic means we have to show that the elements of G by N are generated by element. But G by N, the elements will be cosets. So we have to show that the elements of G by N are generated by the coset Na. First we shall prove that Na power m is equal to Na whole power m. Now the first case will be m is equal to 0. So what will happen when m is 0? Now consider NaM. Put n is 0. So it will be n a power 0. That is a power 0 means it will be the identity element. Usually we say that is 1. 1 is nothing but the identity element. So anything raised to the power of 0 can be taken as the identity element here. That is E. So Na power m, when m is 0, it will be Na power 0. That is Ne. And Ne is equal to n. Because Ne is the identity element of G. Ne will be the identity element of G by N, that is equal to N. So from this what we can say is Na power m is equal to Na power 0 is the identity of G by N. Hence N is the identity element of the quotient group or the factor group G by N. Hence Na power m is equal to Na whole power m. Now second case is what will happen when m is a positive integer. So Na power m means n a multiplied m times a into a into a. So that is will be equal to Na dot Na etc. Na. It is m times. That is equal to Na whole power m. Here we are using the property NAB is equal to Na dot NB. That is N A into A m times can be written as Na dot Na etc. Na m times. So now for the case when m is a positive integer, we have got Na power m is equal to Na whole power m. Now consider the third case. What will happen when m is a negative integer? So let m be equal to minus n, where n is positive integer. So consider Na power m. Na power m, replace m by minus n. So Na power minus n. Minus n can be written as minus 1 into n. So this is Na power minus 1 power n. So this implies Na inverse dot Na inverse etc. m times n times repeated, or that is Na inverse power n is equal to A inverse n whole power n. So this is Na inverse whole power n, that is equal to Na power minus n, but minus n is equal to m. Therefore, we have got Na power m is equal to Na whole power m, and this is true in all the cases. That is that all the three cases means m is 0, m is a positive integer, m is a negative integer. Now we shall show there is a generator in G by n. Let Ng belongs to G by N be arbitrary element. Element means here coset. Now G belongs to G implies G is equal to A power M for all M belongs to, for some M belongs to Z. Because this we are writing since G is given to be cyclic. This implies Ng is equal to N to A power M. That is Na whole power M. This implies every element of G by N in some power it can be expressed in some power of Na. Hence, G by N is cyclic with Na as the generator. So, by taking G as a cyclic group, we have shown that the quotient group or the factor group G by N is also cyclic with Na as the generator. So, in this problem, we have used the definition of cyclic group. Next problem. If N is a normal subgroup of G and A is an element of finite order in G, then show that the element Na of the quotient group G by N is also of finite order and the order of Na divides order of A. So here N is a normal subgroup of G. Normal subgroup of G means it satisfies the condition G and G inverse belongs to N or all G belongs to G. A is an element of finite group G. Then we have to show that the element Na, that is this is a coset of the quotient group G by N is also of finite order. By taking A is an element of finite order, we have to show that Na is also of finite order and the order of Na divides order of A. So now here what is given is order of A is N. And from the definition of order of an element, what we have is order of A is equal to N implies N is the least positive integer such that A power N is equal to E, where E is the identity element of G by N. This is the definition of order of an element of a group. Now consider Na power N. Na power N is nothing but N to A power N. This we are writing. This is equal to N E because A power N is E. Hence Na power N is equal to Ne, that is equal to N, which is the identity element of G by N. So this implies Na is of finite order because Na power N is equal to N, that is the identity element. If A power N is equal to E, where E is the identity element of G, this satisfies, we say A is of order N. So Na power N is equal to identity. This implies Na is of finite order and order of Na is less than or equal to N. So let order of Na be equal to M. Order of Na be equal to M. That is, M is the least positive integer such that Na whole power M is equal to N, which is the identity of G by N. And what we are telling is M is the least positive integer such that Na power M is N. And further M is less than or equal to N because previously we have told that order of Na is less than or equal to N and we have assumed let order of Na be equal to M. So M is less than or equal to N. Then by division algorithm there exists Q and R such that N is equal to Qm plus R and R lies between 0 and M. So now N will be equal to Na power N, that is equal to Na power Qm plus R. So this can be written as Na power M whole power Q into Na power R. Na power M is N because we are telling order of Na is M. From the definition of order of the element, we can say Na power M is equal to N implies order of Na is M. So our Na power whole power M is N. So we get N power Q dot Na power R. So this is N dot Na power R because N is the identity element. N power Q will be again N. So because N is a subgroup. So n dot Na power r will be equal to Na power r because n is the identity element. So from this what we have got is n is equal to Na power r for r less than m. But this is a contradiction to the fact that m is the least positive integer, because when we say r is less than m, there is a integer which is less than m. So this is a contradiction to the fact that m is the least positive integer such that Na power m is equal to n. Thus r is 0. The only options are r lies between 0 and m. So r cannot be less than m. So r is equal to 0. R is equal to 0 implies n is equal to qm. N is equal to qm implies m divides n. We have taken let order of a be n, order of na be m. So m divides n implies m order of na divides order of a. So we have shown that order of na divides the order of element a. So in this session, first we have defined the set G by H, and we have defined a binary operation or binary composition. So and such that if we take any two cosets HA HB, HA dot HB is equal to HAB for all HA HB belonging to G by H. And with this group, with this we have shown that G by H is a quotient group. We have found the identity element of G by H, that is HER. H is the identity element of G by H. This G by H consists of only cosets. Then we have solved some problems and what we have told is if group G is abelian, we have shown that the quotient group G by H, this will also be abelian. For this we have used the commutative property. Then we have used cyclic group property in one of the problems. So by cyclic group, what we mean is the group is generated by an element, that is a generator exists. And we have shown that if G is cyclic, then this G by N or G by H, the quotient group, is also cyclic. In the third problem, what we have done is we have taken the element A and we have taken element A of finite group G, and N is a normal subgroup of G. In this we have shown that the element Na, that is the coset in the group G by N, is also of finite order, and order of Na divides the order of A. So to solve this problem, we have used the definition of order of an element of a group that we have used for both the element A in G and the element that is the coset in G by N. And at the end we have shown that order of Na divides the order of A. And in the case of this, that is show that every factorial group of cyclic group is cyclic. Here we have taken that there exists a generator A in group G since G is cyclic, and here N is a normal subgroup. Now to show that G by N is cyclic, here we have to prove this under for three cases. That is, we have to prove that Na power m is equal to Na whole power m, and the three cases are this: the value of m can be equal to 0, value of m, it can be an integer, that is it can be either 0, it can be positive, or it can be negative. In all the three cases we have shown that Na power m is equal to Na whole power m. So in this session of quotient group or factor group, first we have to know the definition of a group, definition of subgroup, definition of normal subgroup, and some properties like the abelian property, definition of cyclic group, definition of order of an element. And we have also shown that this factor group is a group under the binary operation. That is, to show it is a group, we have proved associative, existence of identity, existence of inverse. Closure property is not needed because the way we have defined the binary composition, that only implies that closure property is satisfied. So for that, what we have done is we have taken two cosets HA, HB, and we have defined the binary composition such that HA dot HB is equal to HAB for all HA, HB belonging to G by H. By defining it this way, what we have done is closure property is satisfied because for any two cosets HA, HB belonging to G by H, and HAB is also a coset, it also belongs to G by H. So there is no need to prove the closure property. And we have shown that HE that is equal to H is the identity element, and for every coset HA in G by H, its inverse exists, and inverse of HA is HA inverse. So these were some references for